Uh, you may be wondering what has happened to industrial corridor. We have never heard of such an event of this scale, and suddenly they are here. I think there was a lot of background work that was happening for years together, and one of the great gap that the investors were always pointing out was in availability of a developed land parcel. Land parcels that are futuristic, land parcels that have a trunk infrastructure, they have a plug-and-play infrastructure, and so this gap has been adequately bridged in the last couple of years. And earlier, this whole organization was known as Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor Limited, DMICDC Limited. And now there is a reincarnation of this organization in last couple of years, and our presence has increased to 18 states with 32 projects, most of them composite greenfield industrial smart cities, and couple of them also multimodal logistic hubs, as well as the integrated manufacturing clusters. And all this development, which has certain legitimacy given by the cabinet in terms of institutional and financial infrastructure, but at this juncture, this initiative has reached to 18 different states across the country in terms of 11 industrial corridors, and today we are National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation. Starting with one industrial corridor, the vision has reached to all the corners of the country. It caters both the social and the developmental objectives on one side, and on the other side, the very objective of ensuring that an investor-friendly, a ready-to-build infrastructure is created. Some of the features of this industrial is that it is futuristic in the sense that there is a huge component of information technology in the management of these smart industrial townships. There is also a convergence of industrialization and urbanization. Often we think and categorize these things into two different things, and we feel that let there be this exclusively industrial cluster, and there is some zones that are for our recreation, something for residential. These smart cities are based upon walk to the work principle, based upon a better work and life balance by providing recreational zones in a mixed use where there is a focus on the residential and recreational and commercial areas as well as the industrial development. That way there is an emphasis on reduction of the carbon footprints and to create cities which are livable, where there is a easy to walk down to the workplace and are green and sustainable in all parameters, whether it is the recycling of the wastewater or whether it is in terms of the emission standards. At the same time, they are very investor friendly because we ensure that the powers of the planning are delegated to the special purpose vehicle that is created for that city, and also the entire clearances for the environment are given by the entire layout of that city. So you don't have to run out from pillar to post to get these clearances, and you have the land parcels that are already having environmental clearance, except when there is a red category or other kind of this thing. So I'll not take much time to build the context. I like to mention that there was certain apprehension by investors, whether this much of front loading of the money should be there, what are the incentives available. We have worked very hard with our NICDC team under the leadership of our dynamic CEO and MD, who is also our Special Secretary Logistics, and we have come up with a bouquet, a platter of land options in some of the SPVs, where there will be detailed presentations to you, and to see that how we can make the land-related policy initiatives which are based on the national and international best practices and which are impacting the land incentives, land transaction flexibilities, and regulatory enablers are also put in place. And these key policy initiatives are based upon the demand scenario, on the fiscal policy ability, and specific objectives of the particular SPV which has been there. So without being between you and our esteemed panelists who consist of the CEOs of the respective SPVs, we will be looking forward to hear from them. Our 4 industrial townships are fully complete with complete plug-and-play infrastructure, and there are a lot of anchor investors who have already, invested. We wanted to be very transparent in terms of telling, because tomorrow there should not be complaint that we did not know that such a great infrastructure is there. So there is an opportunity, there is a window, but this is not unlimited. So come, let us hear, let us understand, make investment plans and grab this opportunity. Thank you very much.